Okay, so a church service in Minnesota just became the center of a huge protest and a national debate.
You've got people inside just trying to worship Jesus, but that peace is about to be shattered.
Then, protesters walk in, including journalist Don Lemon. Their goal? To disrupt and make people uncomfortable.
All right, let's break down exactly what went down inside that church.
The protesters called them sinners, accusing them of just pretending to be Christians, living an easy life.
You can see the pastor trying to de-escalate. He keeps asking them to leave the private property.
This whole thing quickly turned into a major clash over the First Amendment. But who's right?
So here's the disagreement. The protesters claim a right to protest. The host says, not on private property.
The video's host is pretty blunt about it, arguing the First Amendment protects you from the government.
And this is where it gets serious. The feds got involved, looking at something called the FACE Act.
Yep, the Department of Justice's Civil Rights Division is now investigating potential violations of this law.
So what is the FACE Act? Well, it stands for the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act.
Crucially, it also covers places of worship, prohibiting intimidation or interference with religious freedom.
Okay, but the host of the video claims there's some serious hypocrisy in how this law gets used.
He points to headlines claiming the DOJ has weaponized the FACE Act against pro-life activists.
The source contrasts the two. Storming a church gets an investigation, while praying at a clinic gets prison.
He even brings up a specific case, a 76-year-old woman getting 2 years in prison.
All right, let's get back to Don Lemon, because his involvement here adds another layer to this.
In one clip, Lemon says he was just a journalist and, had no idea what was happening.
But then, another clip shows him talking about Operation Pull-Up, suggesting he knew about the plan. Because of this, the source wants those clips played at a sentencing hearing for everyone involved.
So it all comes down to this. When does a protest cross that line, and who gets to decide?